again disregarding what the law says. So, Patrick, your essay in New York City Schools under Bloomberg and Klein, What Parents, Teachers, and Policymakers Need to Know, is titled Inside the Panel of Education Policy. Clearly, you have some insights into the balance of power and authority within the city in the current form of mayoral control. Tell us your experiences and what the essay has to say.
Sure. It didn't take me very long to realize that there wasn't really much of a balance of power, that all of the power had been vested in two individuals, in the mayor and the chancellor, and that the board, what is still known in state law as the citywide school board, what the mayor calls the Panel for Educational Policy, was really serving primarily as a rubber stamp, unfortunately. I do have the full support of Borough President Stringer, and we do vote against the mayor's positions. We do challenge the administration and the senior leadership team of the Department of Education. But it's often the case that we'll lose votes 8-1, 12-1, 9-1. And Robert spoke at length about the capital budget. I did vote against the capital budget as it was presented for many of the reasons that Robert cited, but also for the simple fact that in a budget of many $1 billion, we have no explanation or justification for why we're going to spend money in a certain way. Where do we need seats? The rationale for saying we need seats here and we don't need school seats, say, in Councilmember Jackson's district, was never fully explained to the panel members, and this is fairly typical. The mayoral appointees often don't attend the meetings. They rarely attend the briefings. Some of them never even speak. There's two of them who've never spoken in my 2 years on the panel. And then just very basic things about how a deliberative body should be run, what the rules of order are. There are no minutes that are published. The agendas are sent out a day in advance. There's no transcripts. It's really, the whole thing is really engineered simply to deliver on the mayor's agenda.
And so my understanding is that you're supposed to, it is policy that you're supposed to be overseeing. Is this not correct?
Absolutely. We have two main areas of responsibility. One is to approve the two budgets, the operating budget and the capital budget, and then also to approve important policy decisions. There's also area of responsibility to improve major contracts, but the DOE and the Chancellor have managed to circumvent that by claiming that none of the contracts or procurement contracts that they do have anything to do with educational programming.
In your essay, it says the reduction of class sizes to 20 in every kindergarten through third grade classroom, the elimination of portable units to provide emergency seats, and an end to split sessions, the overcrowding, that schools teaching 2 full days in sequence in one day are all things that are taking place. Can you address that in some way, or how does the Chancellor and the Mayor address that?
Well, those were all the stated goals of the last capital plan, which we're currently in the final year of that. None of those goals will be obtained. And there's never been an accounting. They've never come back and said, well, this is what we said we would accomplish, and this is what we actually accomplished. You hear ridiculous things from the mayor's, from the Chancellor's staff. Why are there still tens of thousands of children sitting in these aging trailers when you said the goal of the capital plan was to eliminate them? And they'll say, your Deputy Chancellor Grimm will say, well, we can't get rid of them because the principals still want those trailers. Or we'll ask, why is a certain school at 155% of capacity when you control school construction and siting and zoning and assignment of the children to the school? Joel Klein told me, well, too many parents want to send their children to that school. So there's always a deflection of the blame. It's always someone else's fault.
So